another beautiful day in St. Augustine, Florida, and I've got something really exciting about to happen. After contacting St. Johns County Mosquito Control to take my house off of the spray list, I was then referred to a gentleman by the name of Rob with Florida Department of Agriculture, who is going to come out and do a wellness inspection, open up the hive, and hopefully give us a lot of valuable information for anybody that's interested or beginner beekeepers like myself. But first, while we wait on him, why don't I show you a little preview of my garden that I planted this spring to help out bees.
Hi, I'm the Apiary Inspector. My name is Rob Horsberg. I'm with the Florida Department of Agriculture, and today we're going to be inspecting this beehive.
So what do you think right now from just walking up like that, not suited up or anything?
They seem fine, and you have quite a bit of activity there. You want to be seeing that. First, we're going to start in through the top, and we've got just about nothing happening.
Look at all of them hanging out on top of the excluder. Do you see keepers that don't use the queen excluder for their honey super?
Yes. So sometimes people call the queen excluder a honey excluder.
That's what I've heard.
Because the bees do not want to go through it, and you literally have to almost train them. So I would always recommend putting your empty super that just has foundation on first, and let the bees start to work in there, and then later on add your queen excluder.
Whoa, look at them go!
Now here's something I'm seeing is these bees are still building up in the bottom here, so we still have foundation. When you give your bees the option to move upwards rather than sideways, they're always going to move upward. They're just starting to work.
They've got so much. They've gotten so much more done.
Yeah.
Since.
So you're going to want to wait until they've filled out about 8 out of these 10 frames. So in this one, when I put it back in, I'm going to place the foundation facing the comb, and they're going to actually build that out. It's a little trick you can do to have them actually grow faster.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow, look at all those bees.
I want to point out here, take a look at this bee right there. See how its wing is kind of messed up?
Yeah.
That's deformed wing virus.
Oh no.
See how one wing is all crinkled up?
Yeah.
That's deformed wing virus. That's a virus spread by the varroa mites. And here's your queen.
Where? Oh my God, he found the queen. There she is. Whoa, she's a big one.
Yep.
Look at her. Oh wow.
She's real dark.
That's so cool. Look how
Yeah.
dark she is. That's her right there. That's Stella. I named her.
Whenever I see the queen, I just go ahead and put that frame back in and go and move on to the next one for the inspection. That way if she falls, she doesn't fall off into the grass. Here we have capped honey up in the corners here, and I'll damage that. You can kind of see that honey just
Wow.
dripping out.
Look at that, guys. Look at the honey.
And then down here you have pollen. You can see the different colors for the different types of flowers.
Oh, that is so cool.
And then this brown area, that's actually capped brood.
Look at that. That is so cool. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. That is just absolutely amazing. So look at that. We can both help each other. Bees help us, we can help the bees. More bees. Oh, look at all the babies. Those are all little babies. We saw one, the last video I made about a week ago when I opened it. We actually saw one chew her way out and emerge for the first time.
All right, so here's one of your new frames here. They've actually built quite a bit of fresh comb there. And you'll see that when they first start building the comb, it's actually almost white.
Yeah.
And then as it ages, it'll turn darker, and after a year or two, it'll be almost black. And again, when I put this one back in, I'm actually going to flip it around, and that's
See these
gonna
tricks?
encourage them to build on this side. And when I put everything back together, you want these pieces of wood actually touching.
Okay.
So what I actually do is push from the outside. If you have any extra space, you want it on the outside edge there. That'll give you the proper bee space when that wood is touching on the frames. But this hive looks in pretty good shape because we did see the deformed wing virus in there. That does tell us that you do have a higher than you want mite level.
Okay,
So
can you actually, did you see any varroa mites?
No, but just because I saw that deformed wing virus, I know you have mites in there.
Okay. So I've heard a couple of things. There's traps you can use. There's acid treatments. I've heard of a newer product called the Varroa Gate. They have to crawl through a little tiny hole, and when they crawl through it, there's enough pesticide in the material that supposedly it affects just the mite and not the bee, because we want to attack the problem. We don't want to attack the bees.
So my recommendation is to, if you don't treat your hives, you're most likely going to have higher than normal loss, like 40 to 80% of your beehives are going to die.
We don't want that.
So we do recommend having a treatment plan in place. There's plenty to choose from, and just do your research, follow the directions that are labeled. What you don't want is your bees going into the fall with a high mite load and then trying to treat them, because those viruses, like we saw today,
Yeah.
are everywhere by then. So July and August is a good time to treat, get your mites under control, and then you can have a good chance of getting through the winter.
Well, that's some valuable information, and I'm very appreciative that you came by and took the time and checked them out. All right, so that was really cool. Florida Department of Agriculture just left. Rob, amazing individual, gave me tons of information. I learned a lot, which is the most important, because again, I'm doing this as an experiment and to raise awareness for the bees. So obviously, like any beginning beekeeper out there, I made a couple of mistakes, and it was good to learn those mistakes, so now I can correct them. I said from the beginning, by no means am I any expert. This is going to be a learning experience. I think it's really cool. I'm about to get my certificate of wellness, so they passed, but he gave me a lot of information, which I'm going to start doing my research and apply as soon as I gain enough knowledge and the appropriate materials to treat the bees for the varroa mites. Thanks again for watching and sharing my passion. I will continue to make videos, and I hope you enjoy this learning experience as much as I do. Thank you.